Do you think the U.S. dollar will become a secondary currency? Yeah, probably. I mean, it does turn out like the British pound. Whatever you want to call that, that's probably the destiny of the dollar over the next 25 years. Will it happen in the next 2 years? No, no, no. Probability almost zero. So I don't know what currency is going to take over, but it'll happen slowly. I can tell you what currency will take over. Whatever currency is being used by the country whose economy starts to grow and become the biggest economy in the world. So most likely China. You know, if China continues on the same trajectory to where their economy is bigger than the US and it keeps growing and growing and growing, then most likely they become the reserve currency because more people are going to want to do business with them. And that's usually how these things kind of evolve. But the problem there is that that doesn't happen overnight and it doesn't happen by decree. I mean, show me the reserve currency where the central planners came in and say, okay, today, boom, we're making it law that the US dollar is the global reserve currency. That didn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's a bottoms up thing. And you can say, well, 1944, right. The dollar started to become the world reserve currency in the 1920s. It didn't, the central planners didn't have to force people to do it. They wanted to do it. Again, why? Because the U.S. economy was becoming a bigger and bigger and bigger portion of global GDP. And at the point where you have Bretton Woods, then their economy is by far the biggest. And then they had all the gold. So by then it's just kind of making it, formalizing what had already started in the 1920s. And it'll most likely happen the exact same way with the dollar. That's why I say, you know, has the dollar started to lose reserve status? Absolutely, 100%. But does that mean that we're going to choose, or the BRIC countries are just going to force us all to use the new digital basket of yuan and rubles? No, that's not how it works. It's got to be a bottoms up type of thing. And again, that takes decades. It doesn't happen in days, weeks, months.